Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. So, this subject has been on my mind all day. Earlier today in the morning, I posted a video talking about how silver supply is falling, pushing prices higher, but it only showed the charts. So, in that video, I said I was going to look deeper into why this is happening. And then I made another video, branching off of that, talking about why it's plummeting. And the information that I found in that article was astonishing. I definitely recommend go checking out those two videos before proceeding with this one, just so you have the context and the information, the backstory behind it. But it's silver supply diminishing this at this rate, or plummeting at this rate, is a lot more severe than I think people realize. And as I think about this more, it's really sinking into the reality we are in. If you look at that article, the top three countries that produce the most silver globally, owning or producing 48% of the entire supply, is turning their back on silver, betting against it, saying that gold is going to stay more profitable. They don't even have focal or single silver mines. Most of the silver that's mined nowadays is from bypassing, from accidentally finding it from zinc, lead, copper, and gold. And this is huge because if they're and this is a steady trend depreciating over the years. It started around 3 4 years ago. Every single year they're digging out more less and less silver, and this year was the lowest at that. So if we see this steady trend of silver, not being dug up because miners are focused where the money is, which I don't even blame them, then this is serious news. Low supply, high demand, what does that do? It shoots the price up. That's with any investment. Low supply, high demand shoots the price up. We have an extremely low supply for silver, especially in the next 5 10 years if it keeps going at this rate. So think about that, comparing it to silver's demand right now, how it's in the spotlight, how media is covering it, how its price is finally starting to pull up, especially with gold drawing in new investors, stock market volatility pushing people away from the stock markets, even ETFs. And this is literally where we're headed for precious metals to be in the perfect storm. A lot of people would be worried right now, saying that this could be bad news for silver. But honestly, for those who are purchasing silver right now, this could be a gold mine. This could be the jackpot for us. Because think of it like this: the people that are watching on the sidelines, if you haven't started purchasing silver yet, then yes, it could be a little, risky for you, because you might have to get in, or once you finally start realizing that it is, the right investment, or the right investment for you at least, the prices might already start appreciating, if especially if silver is more scarce. So when I was making that video, the question kept popping up, why is the supply falling so much? And it was just so baffling because I was looking at these numbers, and it's down, millions of ounces every year. Just you see it keep going down, down, down. And I was just like, are they not finding it? Is it just not as profitable, or are they focused on something else? And once I finally found that article from mining.com and got the inside scoop, while I was making that last video that I made a couple hours ago that I posted, it didn't even register the severity of it until afterwards, because I was reading that article with you guys. When I post a video or when I'm going over an article, I'm basically reading along with you guys, and as I read a piece of information, I'll share my opinion on it. I don't plan it out really before. I kind of freestyle on the go, and I'll read a part, and then I'll share, what I think about that. And as I was going through that video, I mean, it was shocking, but afterwards, it really set in, like, this is a lot worse than I even thought, and I think a lot of people imagined. I mean, we all hear of silver shortages or American Eagle shortages, but to what extent? Especially, when I made the video a couple months ago, when I talked about the world supply, or the world, silver production, and how it's used, and then where it's going to, and why we need it. And now I kind of branched a little deeper into, who's producing it, and then why is this production going down so fast, so dramatically, and I had no idea it was going to be to this extent. So when we're looking at precious metals, especially silver right now, because gold, they're focusing a lot more on gold than silver. So if the gold to silver ratio is 87 to 1 right now, but it comes out the ground 9 to 1, the ratio that it comes out the ground is actually much lower than 9 to 1. That means every 9 ounces of silver they mine 1 ounce of gold. The ratio is probably around 4 or 5 to 1 right now. Every 5 ounces of silver they mine 1 ounce of gold, and it could be even lower than that, because looking at the charts, looking at the statistics, the info from the charts that I was reading, it shows that they literally are only finding silver from bypass, from by accident. There are certain specific silver mines, but it's more for I think they termed it individual businesses or something like that along those lines. So this is it's not scary, because for us silver stackers, this just means that we might, we have more potential, and we're even more correct about why silver is so undervalued and why it has so much potential. It almost sets it in stone, showing that it's a ticking time bomb just waiting to boom, and silver is going to have its time. And I definitely have mentioned this in the past. I just didn't understand, the reality, that it was this deep or this severe. I'm curious what you guys think, though. Do you think this is going to hurt silver's price or help silver's price? Also, when it comes in the terms of production, do you think that, these companies, once silver spot price starts appreciating more, are going to, start focusing on silver again? What will it take for them to do that? Because gold is appreciating as well. So as long as gold is still appreciating, even at the same rate silver is, they're still going to focus on gold. The only way that they would push away from gold and head towards silver was if silver started appreciating more than gold. But at this rate, gold and silver basically they're correlating prices for the most part. Silver's gold's little brother. So it's interesting to see where this is going to head. Now, I don't know how this is going to correlate within, the graphs or the price forecast. I've made some, going over the charts and the triangle formations and where the resistance levels are. This could be interesting because this is still newer information getting leaked. And this honestly might drive more people to purchase silver, because they're realizing that it's almost in a dry route, and this could be a perfect opportunity to still purchase it while it is cheap and capitalize on some funds like some people are already doing. We see coin shops, 40% of increase in people going to coin shops selling their gold and silver. So right now everyone's selling it, which could also be helping, I guess, the supply, but that's a minuscule level comparing it to the hundreds of millions of ounces that these companies are mining out of the ground. So it's really interesting. I'm also curious how this correlated, if it did, to the American Eagle shortage we had earlier this year. This is the stuff I really question myself, and I question you guys, because I don't know if it's just me that I like, knowing stuff, or I'm just curious, or I like learning and just being educated. But, this is stuff I think about, and then I'll search for it, and I'll see if there's any information or any evidence that supports my theory. And then if I do find any evidence, I'll make a video and throw it at you guys and see what you guys think. And that's kind of how this segment of videos started today, was, after that first video, I was like, you know what, I'm going to dive into this and see what happens, see what I can find, see what I can dig up. Found some stuff, threw it at you guys. Now I'm making, kind of the final result. So today's video was kind of like a saga of me journeying into the deep abyss of silver stacking wonders, I guess, if you want to say it that way. But it was pretty interesting, and I definitely am glad that I found this topic to bring up, because I definitely think it raises a huge point to where silver could be headed. I'm not trying to be a silver pumper. I'm trying to bring realistic information to you guys and bring stats with charts and graphs. That's not tinfoil conspiracy theory stuff. We're looking at real charts. This is real information. So I am really shocked by it. If you guys have not watched those two videos, I definitely recommend them. They blew up pretty fast, especially the first video blew up really fast. I definitely think that I found some stuff that not as many people are aware of as I thought, or that I was even aware of as well. So, sometimes when you're just digging around on the internet, you can find some gold, no pun intended, some gold mines on there. So, anyways, though, I'm curious what you guys think about this. Like I said, I've asked several questions throughout this video. If you want to comment down below, even on just one of them, just share your perspective or your opinion, your ideas. That would be cool because we can all kind of, jump together on this platform and see where we think, some price predictions, some focal points, whether it comes to mining motivation, what could be the difference between gold, pushing away from gold, heading to silver, etc. So thank you for tuning in. Also, make sure to check out those two videos I posted today. They're definitely important to follow up on, especially if you've watched this video all the way through. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure to like, subscribe if you're new. I post daily videos. So stay tuned. It's the weekend, so I'll probably be posting 3 videos a day. On this channel as well. So I definitely support you guys, and I respect you guys for supporting me as well. So, anyways, this was Silver Slayer. I will see you guys soon. Peace.